Hey Buns, today I'm going to show you how to find and use the personal storage or the bank in Final Fantasy XIV. Here we don't have a Gringotts Vault or an Iron Bank of Bravos. No, here in Eorzea, we store our stuff on people, aka retainers. So where they store it is anyone's guess. To hire a retainer, you cannot be on the free trial and you have to finish the level 17 story quest, The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You then go and talk to a retainer vocate, which should be near a market board, but I will show locations here on screen in case you get lost. They have a special icon on the map that looks like one person seductively whispering into another person's ear. Once you find the vocate, you can hire a retainer and then you'll be taken into a character creation screen where you can make the retainer look however you want. Don't stress too much about this because you can change it later with a retainer Fantasia, which are usually not too expensive. And then you will pick a personality for your retainer. So this is just purely for fun. It doesn't really have any impact on your gameplay, but every race has its own personalities. So I suggest you check the full text of different dialogue choices you have. I'm going to put a link down in the comments if you just would like to see how you will be greeted and such by your retainer. You can have them be kind of rude to you. You can have them be super polite. You can have them flirt with you weirdly. So yeah. Then you'll pick your retainer's name, which will be unique on your server. People will see your retainer's name whenever they buy stuff from you on the market board. So you can be cute and have a Mikote named like Profit. I can't roll my R's. I cannot do that. By default, you can hire up to 2 retainers for free as part of your subscription, but if you want to hire additional retainers beyond that, you'll have to sign up for that service on the MOG station, and each additional retainer costs $2 for 30 days. So $2 per extra retainer every 30 days. You can hire up to 7 extra that way through the MOG station. And you can also get 1 more if you sign up for the premium service plan on the Final Fantasy XIV companion app. That is $5 every 30 days. It's a $5 subscription every 30 days for 1 extra retainer. So in total, if you did all of that, you could have up to 10 if you just wanted to spend a ton of money on extra retainers. Okay, so now that you've got your retainer hired and looking how you want, you can click on a summoning bell, pick your retainer, and click entrust or withdraw items to access your bank. Now, as you can see, I have an expanded look for my retainer's inventory. If you want to do that too, just go to character configuration, item settings, and click expanded, which you can do the same for your inventory if you want your own inventory. Here you can just right click on stuff in your bag and click entrust to retainer or click and drag it. You can also give him just a few things out of a stack instead of the whole stack by clicking entrust quantity. And you can give him crafting crystals by clicking on the crystal tab, but you cannot craft from your retainer's inventory. So if you want to use those crystals for crafting or other stuff for crafting, you'll have to take the stuff out again to use them. You can also give your retainer gil, which is good if you just want to make it a little harder for yourself to spend that gil. Like if you want to give yourself an extra step, if you're the type of person that just like blows through money. Now let's talk about selling stuff. Your retainer can sell up to 20 items at a time, and when you drag something into the market window to sell, you'll see a button that says compare prices. Click on that and then you can see how much you want to undercut people for. If something's only selling for like 1 gil, it's probably not worth putting it on the market board. It's better to just right click it and select have retainer sell items so you can just vendor it that way. Also, when you compare prices, remember that sometimes people list items for dumb prices that no one would ever buy it at. So you can click this little button that says history. It shows you who bought the item and at what price and how long ago. So you can see like how frequently this item is being purchased, how hot it is, and what a more reasonable selling price might be. I played this game for a long time before I found that button. You may have also noticed the yellow text about tax rates. So as of patch 5.2, everyone pays 5% tax on everything they buy from any market board in any city. As for selling, you may notice that your retainer has a city-state logo assigned to them. This means that they're selling your stuff in that particular city-state's market. And when you go talk to the retainer vocate, you can ask about market tax rates. That'll show you where market tax is currently reduced. Like right now, it is reduced in Ishgard, Kugane, and the Crystarium. So if I were to sell something for 1,000 gil on my retainer that is based in Limsa, where the tax is at a normal rate, I would have to pay 5% tax on that sale. So it does the math for you. Like here it will say 5% on 1,000 gil is 50 gil. So that's what I will pay. If this sells, I will only get 950 gil from it out of the 1,000 gil that I listed it for because of the tax. But if I were to sell something on a retainer that is based in a city-state where the market tax is currently reduced, like the Crystarium, here you can see at the bottom it says market tax reduced by 2%. So then I will only have to pay 3% on that sale instead of the normal 5%. So if I sell that same thing for 1,000 gil, I will get 970 gil from it. For most small, inexpensive things, this won't matter too much, but it will start to matter a lot when you sell way more expensive things. Like if I sold this hairstyle, for example, on the Limsa market, I would pay 92,250 gil in fees, but if I sell it on Crystarium, Ishgard, or Kugane markets, I will only pay 55,350 gil, so more profit for me is always good. You can change the market where your retainer is assigned by talking to the retainer vocate in that city. One other thing, while you are talking to your retainer, they are not selling your stuff on the market board. So try not to go AFK while talking to your retainer if you're trying to make money. Okay, so now that we've covered the bank and how to sell things and how the tax works, let's talk about ventures. So to unlock ventures, you will need to do the level 17 quest, an ill-conceived venture. Then you can assign your retainer a class, either a battle class or a gathering class. You can only pick classes and jobs from among those that you have unlocked, and I suggest that you pick one that you already have at max or that you plan to level to max, because the retainer can never be higher level than you. You'll need to give them a level 1 weapon to get them started. So look around at the different vendors that are near the market board area. They should have what you need. To assign them a Heaven's Ward or a Stormblood job, they have to be level 50 as any base class and not already assigned to a job. For Shadowbringer's jobs, they must be level 60 as any base class and not already assigned to a job. Once you've assigned your little buddy a class, you can pay them a venture to go and hunt for specific materials for you. The type of class you pick, either battle or gathering, will determine what kind of stuff they can bring back. So if you pick a battle job, either Disciple of War or Magic, doesn't matter, all the stuff they can get is going to be the same. So it doesn't matter if it's a Lancer or a Thaumaturge, they'll be killing monsters and bringing back monster type loot. So like animal hides, blood, eyeballs, and various appendages. As for the gathering jobs, they'll be able to gather anything that you've already checked off in your gathering log. So you have to gather it at least once before they know how to get it. This is really good because it includes unspoiled nodes, which only come up once in a while, but they will be able to get it anytime you go tell them to get it. A botany retainer could be helpful for bringing back stuff that you might need as a weaver or a culinarian. A miner retainer could be helpful if you're a blacksmith, armorer, or goldsmith, and a fisher could be useful if you're a culinarian or an alchemist. Those are just some examples. Honestly, they're all really amazing for gathering rare items on demand or just whatever you need on demand, so you don't have to. But they will not do it for free, of course, and that is where the venture currency comes in. So I buy these with Grand Company seals, but there are other ways to get them, like through Beast Tribe quests. So once you've got your coins and you are ready to pay your retainer, you can either send them out to go get specific items, like I mentioned earlier. Explorations are 18 hours long and give a ton of XP. It's pretty good if you know you just want to level them and don't want to fiddle with it too much. You can just set it and forget it, basically. The quick explorations only last 1 hour and they give XP depending on the value of the item that they brought back, so whatever they managed to find. These are really fun because you never know what they're going to bring back. It's kind of like exciting, for at least for me, to check and see what did they bring me. So these quick explorations are really good if you have lots of venture currency and you don't mind checking it every hour if you know you're going to be playing for a little while. As your retainer gets better gear, they will, of course, be bringing back some better stuff. I've had my retainers, my level 80 battle job retainers bring me back stuff like pure white dye, the jet black dye, and all kinds of other goodies. One final note is that you can actually purchase boosts for your retainer if you don't want to take the time to send them out on all those ventures to level them up. As I've said previously, and that needs to be reiterated here, before you buy one of these, you should level up the class or job that you wish to assign a retainer before using this item. Well, I think that's all the basics that you really need to know about how the retainer system works in 14. If you found this helpful, please consider supporting the channel on Patreon or on Twitch. You can also support the channel for free by clicking the subscribe button or by sharing this video with your fellow warriors of darkness. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!